Now march. March. Color. Oh. Present. Colors.
Please remain standing for the invocation.
Please bow our heads. Dear God, we just want to thank you today for all these wonderful people who came out to support the NJRTC cadets. Lord, I also pray that you bless those seniors who are graduating. Lord, please help them to have discernment in all the ways that they go. And I pray for those who they leave behind, Lord, that you'd help them to have a good school year next year. And we thank you for a beautiful night to be able to celebrate the NJRTC. And thank you for the people who make this happen. And it's in the name of God we pray. Amen.
Retire the colors.
Color guard. Carry. Colors. Ready. Cut. Forward. March.
We will now begin the awards ceremony. I will ask our commanding officer, Reed Cresswell, to come forward and assist in presenting the awards. The first award is the NS of the Year. This award is given to cadets in each year group who determine citizenship, academic performance, personal appearance, and good conduct. Spencer Johnson, Sierra Sklodowski, and Jason Flowers. The next award is Navy Citation. This award is given annually to those cadets who hold the Navy standards of honor, courage, and commitment to the highest level. Shane Hutchinson, Mitchell Ham, Andrew Crawford, Elizabeth Bell, Rachel McHugh. The next award is Top Gun. This award is given annually to those cadets who have shown leadership inside and outside of the classroom. Olivia Flatting, Courtney Norella, Riley Berger, Shelby Shuey, Alyssa Frick. is given to cadets in each year group with the highest academic achievement in JRTC. Christy Anderson, Forrest Walker, Giovanni Macaluso. The next award is the Pegasus Award. This award is given in honor of the Marine helicopter, the Pegasus, that recently returned from Afghanistan. It is given to a cadet that demonstrates perseverance even when faced with great challenges. Jacob Donnelly, Joshua Lloyd, Tyler Hatchell, Luke Frick, and Callie Brown. Next award is Flying Tiger. This award is given in honor of a World War II squadron that distinguished itself in the Pacific. The recipient of this award shows all the characteristics of dedication, people who flew in defense of our country. India Wilson, Chase DeMode, Jeremiah James, Carolina Cashron. The next award is the Heavy Hauler. This award is given to the cadet that takes on more responsibility than assigned and is instrumental in the success of the unit. Seth Calico, Caitlin Honey, Sydney Castine, Elizabeth Collum, Bradford Lomax. This award is given to cadets who have demonstrated exemplary service and dedication to the JRTC unit. They show an enormous amount of pride and commitment to the unit. Alex Brainerd, Luke Metz, Cody McKee, Coleman Queen, and Jackson Brownfield. The next award is Sea Knight. Represents the warriors of the sea and is given to an individual who stands for integrity and justice. Vance Jackson, Kim Jameson, Shauna Huffstetler. The next award is Daughters of American Revolution Army. This award recognizes outstanding cadets from each JRTC unit who demonstrates the qualities of dependability and good character, leadership ability, and a fundamental and patriotic understanding of the importance of JRTC training. Christy Anderson. Distinguished Cadet. This award given to cadets who are shining examples of what NJRTC unit is about and strives to be through the core values of honor, courage, and commitment. Not only do they show these values, they enforce them and use them in their everyday life. Jordan Whiteside, Ansley Smith, Felicia Ingram, and Parker Dixon. Commodore's Cup, an award presented every year by the Breezy Point Yacht Club. This particular cadet shows an amount of leadership towards its unit and comrades. Rachel Berger, Danielle Caldwell, Howard Dye, Jonathan Layton, Michaela Wise. HMH 363 Lucky Red Lion. This award is given to cadets who show skills in working with others and getting a task done, setting aside personal gain. This cadet is very unselfish. Victoria Shealy, Marcus Morris, Robert Bailey. Sea Stallion. This award is given to cadets who have the leadership skills needed to be in a position of importance in which they will influence the growth of the younger cadets. This cadet commits their free time to help the JRTC unit. Lachelle Jackson, Alyssa Taylor, William Morris, Richard Ayers, Zachary Mueller. This award is given to cadets who demonstrate exemplary conduct through leadership as well as fellowship. Helen Brown, Brendan Boyd, Leslie Diaz, David Hancock. Aptitude. Military Aptitude Award. This award is given to cadets who show outstanding military aptitude in all areas of the program and dedication to the JROTC program. Devin Soroyce, Austin Odell, Alexander Stoggs, Marcus Easterday. Captain's Cup. Given in honor of Captain Ernest Castle, the recipient of this award has shown endless dedication to the unit. Sky Micah, Gabe Wingard, Parker Davis. who excels the physical fitness exercise requirements as outlined in the cadet manual. Lachelle Jackson. The Gold Citizenship Medal being given by Mayor Skip Wilson. This award is given annually to one cadet who has shown leadership, commitment to our unit and to other clubs at CHS. Jacob Free. Doug Feller's Leadership. This award is sponsored by a former president of the Booster Club who exemplifies commitment and perseverance. Clay Bellinger. Military Order of the Purple Heart, being presented by Mr. Pepple, prisoner of World War II. The recipient of this award recognizes an outstanding cadet who demonstrates great leadership abilities and has a positive attitude towards ROTC, school, and the community. Anna Gray. This award is an honor to a very special person in the cadet's heart. She has given so much time and effort to the unit. The cadet who has achieved this award shares her dedication and commitment. Jessica Fanke. Michelle and Steve Thompson Service Award. This award is given annually to a cadet who has gone up and beyond the call of duty to serve to the unit for an extended period of time. Amber Phillips. Reserve Officers Association. This award goes to a cadet who provides recognition to meritorious cadets to encourage continuous dedication to the enduring principles of our nation. Jason Flowers. And vets. This is given to a cadet who strongly demonstrates the objectives of NJRTC program and possesses a character that reflects the Navy's core values of honor, courage, and commitment. Josiah Ingram. South Carolina Grand Lodge of Ancient Freemasons Award being presented by Troy Shealy. This cadet has excellent leadership and demonstrated Americanism. Danielle Boykin. Tim Anderson Leadership Award being presented by Mr. Tim Anderson. This award is given to a cadet in honor of Tim Anderson, an NJRTC alumni who has continued his tradition of leadership in the unit. This cadet is motivated and dedicated. Chandler Jones. Veterans of Foreign War. Given by Veterans of Foreign War Post, it is given to a cadet who displays outstanding leadership in the NJRTC unit. This cadet works hard and is motivated. Matthew Hutton. H.D. Wilson Leadership Award. This is awarded to cadets who show outstanding leadership, even in trying situations when others may fall short of tasks. Harold D. Wilson won the Congressional Medal of Honor, being presented by Lieutenant John Marcucci, Lieutenant Colonel John Marcucci, Victor Pagan. MOAA, being presented by Lieutenant Colonel John Marcucci. This award recognizes an outstanding NJRTC cadet who shows exceptional potential for military leadership. Wesley York. Scottish Rite Award. Scottish Rite Award, Southern Jurisdiction Award. This award is given to cadets who show the most devotion to the JRTC program, have shown academic excellence, and are in the top 25% of their class, showing outstanding leadership skills and dependability. Nate Ellsworth. USMC Department of South Carolina. This is awarded to an outstanding cadet who plans to make a career in the United States Marine Corps. Chandler Jones. Air Force Association Award. This award is given to a cadet upholding the values of honor, courage, and commitment. Dylan Metz. John Marcucci. Military Order of World Wars Award. This award is given to a cadet who demonstrates patriotism and a love for our country, has demonstrated outstanding accomplishment in the JROTC program, and has a positive attitude towards JROTC. Andrew Arison. National Sojourners Award. This award is given to a cadet who are in the top 25% of their academic class, have encouraged and demonstrated the ideals of Americanism, and have shown outstanding leadership skills. Ryan Janis. Navy League of the United States Youth Award, being presented by Captain John Stickney. This award is given to a cadet who is active in extracurricular activities, having excellent leadership skills, and have excelled in the highest standards in JROTC in academics, leadership, attitude, and appearance. Isaac Queen. Captain John Stickney Leadership. This award is in honor of the founder of the Chapin Navy Boosters Club. It is given to cadets with great pride in their unit and who showed us through their superior actions. Suzanne MacArthur. Captain John Stickney Scholarship. This is a scholarship awarded in honor of the founder of the Booster Club, John Stickney. This honorary cadet chosen for the scholarship is proud of what he or she has accomplished. Victor Pagan. Principal Akil Ross Leadership, being presented by Dr. Akil Ross. This is awarded to honor of the Chapin High School principal, who is always ready to bring a smile to the students' faces and provide a strong role model to look up to. They are ready, respectful, and responsible, and have distinguished themselves with exemplary leadership. Gabby Ivanov. Senior Chief Cook Award, being presented by Senior Chief Cook himself. This award is given to a cadet that personifies the perfect NS1 cadet, not only in academics, in JRTC, but in conduct, personal appearance, and leadership skills. Cassandra Wetzel. SNSI Award, being presented by Colonel Richard Slapp. Senior Naval Science Instructor Award. This award is given to a cadet who represents the NJRTC unit with honor, courage, and commitment, as well as holding up to the standards that would be expected of an NJRTC leader. Reed Cresswell.
We're very lucky today. Our commanding officer, Reed Cresswell, received a full scholarship, Navy ROTC, to Auburn University. He kept our track going. Let's have a big hand for our
Reed Cresswell for a 4-year scholarship, University of Auburn. Let's have a big hand. This year, our admiral that we give the award to is had a pretty good excuse for not being here. There's the graduation of their son from college, which I can certainly understand. But Mr. and Mrs. Wade Houghton have been a very active part of this unit for a long time. They were treasurer and secretary. We will be sure that they get this. Let's have a big hand for our U.S. Admirals, please. We have one of our great presidents leaving us this year. Ms. Tevika Sabelski, if you come forward, please. She is the lady that's put all this together. She's been our leader for 3 years. And we would certainly like to recognize her. She's already an admiral. So we're going to give her another plaque that reads President, Chapin NJRTC Boosters Club, May 14, 2016.
To introduce our guest of honor, Mr. Tim Anderson. Mr. Anderson was the executive officer of the 1999 National Championship NJRTC unit. Graduating from the undergraduate program at the Citadel and master's program at the University of Texas, Mr. Anderson is a SAT prep teacher here at Chapin. Please join me in a warm welcome for Mr. Tim Anderson.
Thank you. Being that I am a teacher, I have to walk around. Being stuck behind the podium makes me a little uncomfortable. I will admit that I had drafted a speech, if you have my class, on my pile of note cards, right? But I gotta be honest with you. You know, I had a lot of friends go in the military from the Citadel, and they tell me that you draft your battle plan, and then when the first boot hits the ground, it's out the window, basically, right? I really thought out the speech until you know, I walked in and heard the term guest of honor was being used for me, and then I see the people sitting at this front table in front of me, and better yet, we have a prisoner of war from World War II here, and somehow I'm the guest of honor. Instantly I knew that speech had to go, so I'd rather talk about that honestly, because there is a bit of a feeling of unworthiness with it, right? Like, who am I to stand here before you and sit at the center of the table when you got a gentleman like himself sitting right there, or the people on the front row, or many of you, and even there, like Bliss, Mr. Blanchard right there in fatigues and BDUs, and I mean, we have so many more people. I feel they're more deserving of this, and I share this because some of you may be feeling that as well. If you received an award tonight, you know that you may have received an award from one of these very distinguished people here and say, well, who am I to get this? And it is something worth considering. What are we to do about it? Honestly, fidget. Honestly, all I think we can do is just serve our country. I never had the privilege of serving my country. Colonel Slack, we went through the process. Definitely senior chief cook. I got the Marine Corps scholarship coming out of high school, but I also was born with a genetic eye disease called X-linked juvenile retinoschisis that Dodd Merb was not too fond of. It's a degenerative retina disease. I'd also had open heart surgery before, and I had 2 plates, 11 screws, and a wire in my right elbow. And so finally on recruiter number umpteenth, whatever, they said, you know, an invading army would have to make it to Georgia before you get in the military. And, you know, and so even a little after graduation from the Citadel when I was in Texas, I finally accepted that's just what it is. But it has been something that I've struggled with. Because, you know, I'm going to paraphrase General Patton's speech to his Third Army. I've been shoveling something in particular in Louisiana while, you know, I've seen 7 of my friends die in Afghanistan and Iraq. And I'll throw another 2 of them on there too, that they died by their own hand, but really it was the toll that the war took on them. But same thing, I go to, you know, homecoming, I say, well, who am I? Who am I to have shared a ring or, you know, to even feel worthy enough to say that one of these people were my friends when they're such remarkable, spectacular human beings. Who am I? I mean, I'm grateful that I ever got to know such men and women and be honored to ever even be able to stand in their presence. You know, and I've come to grips with through the years that some of us can do it, some of us can't, but if you're feeling those feelings like maybe this is a really high honor, who am I to get it with the award that maybe you got tonight, the best thing you can do is just serve your country. How do you serve your country? Well, this is actually the great news about the United States of America. It's really easy. Do the right thing. We're not a country founded on totalitarianism. We're not fascist. We're not communist. We're a democracy. We're a republic, a representative democracy, and we're people that want to do the right thing. Have we done the right thing throughout history? No, we've made our mistakes. But unlike, you know, I've been in China at Tiananmen Square where there is no plaque. They're commemorating the 3,000 college students who were killed by their own government. America eventually owns up to its mistakes. We want to do the right thing. We want to be good people. We're constantly working to get in that direction. Works a little bit like the stock market or a roller coaster at times, but I do believe the line of progression is upwards. We want to do the right thing. That we are good people who want to do the right thing. We want to free people. We want to make it so that way people can grow up in a land of freedom and that sort of thing. And we've had not just the 9 that I've known, but hundreds of thousands over our history, all the way back to 1776 who have done that. And that's our mission. That's our mission as a people. How else can you have a country with this many people with such diverse backgrounds, who speak so many different languages, still the great country that it is? Because we're united in common cause and purpose, and it's doing the right thing. You too can serve your country by doing the right thing. So all the cadets here, seniors, you're on your way out. Do the right thing. You see someone who needs help? Help them. If it fits etiquette, great. If it doesn't, help them anyway. It's the right thing. And as an American, that's what you do. You do the right thing. Just do that. If you do that, you can serve your country by just doing the right thing. That is the great news about it that makes America so distinctive from any other place on earth. So if you want to live up to your award, I'm still trying to live up to, I think I'll spend the rest of my life trying to live up to this honor tonight, but just do the right thing. Volunteer. Help people out. Someone's in need, speak up when people need to speak up. Do the right thing, and you can serve your country that way. And that's really what I got for you. So thank you again. I'm very, very honored to have received this kind of recognition tonight. And God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Anderson, for those great words. We would just like to thank you tonight by offering you a Chapin Medal of Freedom. Thank you for your service that you have for us. I know for me personally, the SAT and different things like that. We just want to let you know you're making a difference in our lives and that you're really helping us along the way. And like you talked about, you're really serving us. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce Mr. John Stickney, founder of the Chapin Njrotc Boosters Club, to hold our annual election for officers of the Booster Club. change in command. For Drum and Bugle Corps, in accordance with the Chief of Naval Education and Training Instruction 1539J, and Naval Science Instructor, Chapin High School, letter serial 054, you are hereby directed to be relieved as Cadet Commanding Officer of the Chapin High School, NJRTC, Drum and Bugle Corps on 14 May 2016. Your relief is Lieutenant Commander David Hancock. After being relieved, you will report to the Naval Science Instructor, Chapin High School. You are commended for your outstanding leadership and dedicated loyalty to your unit and to your cadets during your entire NJRTC career.
I, Cadet Lieutenant Commander Amber Phillips, Drum and Bugle Corps Commander of the Chapin High School NJRTC unit for the school years 2015 through 2016, hereby relinquish my commands and I am ready to be relieved.
I, Cadet Lieutenant David Hancock, accept the responsibilities as Commander of the Chapin High School NJRTC Drum and Bugle Corps for the school years 2016-2016.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present the Commander of Chapin High School NJRTC. Now for Battalion Commanding Officer. In accordance with the Chief of Naval Education and Training Instruction 1539J and Naval Science Instructor, Chapin High School, letter serial 053, you are hereby directed to be relieved as Cadet Commanding Officer of the Chapin High School NJRTC unit on 14 May 2016. Your relief is Cadet Commander Anna Gray. After being relieved, you will report to the Naval Science Instructor, Chapin High School, as an advisor until graduation. You are commended for your outstanding leadership and dedicated loyalty to your unit and to your cadets during your entire NJRTC career.
I, Cadet Commander Reed Russell, Chapin NJRTC ED Battalion, hereby relinquish my command and be ready to be relieved.
I, Cadet Commander Anna Gray, accept the responsibilities as the Battalion Commander of the Chapin High School NJRTC unit in the school years 2016-2017.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present the Commanding Officer for school years 2016-2017.